One of the great advantages of working with DxO PhotoLab 8 is that you never have to import anything. You simply browse the folders on your hard drive, or an attached drive, or even across a network. This means that not only can you organize your photos however you like, wherever you like, but that if you have some random photo in some random location that you want to edit in PhotoLab, all you need to do is navigate to it. There's no need to import it. All editing in PhotoLab is non-destructive, so the edits you do make are stored in something called a sidecar file, a tiny little text file that contains the instructions of what you've done to the image. This also means that you can create multiple versions of a photo, called virtual copies, while taking virtually no additional space, as each new version are simply new instructions saved in that same tiny sidecar file. PhotoLab also gives you all the tools you need to organize your photos, mark as favorites, add star ratings or color categories, and to add all kinds of metadata if you want it. Let's have a look. In the PhotoLibrary tab, you can look at your favorites, which are all the favorites set up in your system. For example, here if my pictures folder is a favorite, and inside of that, I have a folder from Split, Croatia. You can see all my photos in there. Or I can navigate to anywhere in my hard drive, or even to an external drive. For example, I'll select this demo library here. But I can also access photos across a network. Here I have a mounted volume on my local NAS. However, if you do want to organize your photos inside of PhotoLab, you have that ability too, by creating something called projects. Watch this. Under my projects menu, you'll see that I already have a project called People, one called Wildlife, and one called Landscapes. And the Wildlife and Landscapes one are inside a project collection called Nature. Let's see how to build these. I'll go to this folder and grab a few images here, and I'll create a new project by clicking on this plus menu, choosing Create New Project, and I'll call this Ocean. You'll see that I can choose to include these selected images or not, and I do want to here, and I can also choose to put this inside of a project collection. I have one already called Nature, so I'll go ahead and drop it in there as well. Click Create, and there's my new Ocean project, sitting alongside the Wildlife project and the Landscapes project, which means that if I click on the Nature Projects collection, I'll see all the photos and all of the projects inside of it. Now let's have a look at how you can categorize your photos. You can choose either pick or reject, you can choose star ratings, or you can choose to add a color label, like this. Each thumbnail has a green or red dot next to it, indicating whether that's a pick or a reject. Of course, it can have no status at all. To add it as a pick, simply click the green dot, and to reject it, click the red one. Of course, there's keyboard shortcuts for all of this as well. And if you forget the keyboard shortcuts, go to the Help menu and look up Keyboard Shortcuts. And here you'll find a list of all of them. To change the star rating on an image, click the star rating that you want underneath the thumbnail. For example, I can give that 3 stars. Let's take that one up to 5, and so on. And of course, these have keyboard shortcuts as well. If I select this image and tap the 1 key, that applies a 1-star rating. I'll select this one and tap 4, and that gives it a 4-star. To add color labels, click on the image name and choose a color label from the dropdown. And of course, these have keyboard shortcuts as well. Once you've added this information to your photos, you can either sort or filter by that information. For example, show me just the picked images. Show me just the rejects. Show me the ones that I haven't tagged yet. All photos have EXIF data. That's the information supplied by the camera. For example, its ISO, aperture, shutter speed, and so on. Underneath this, you'll find a lot more information about the camera that it was captured with. And if you don't see this information, look for this little icon that says Advanced Settings and click that. That'll expand the window to show you even more metadata. Underneath that, you'll find IPTC data. That's the information that you can add, not that the camera added. For example, your copyright, your contact information, and so on. I said earlier that you can navigate to any random location on your hard drive to edit a photo without having to import it. So let's say that I've just downloaded something and I want to play with it in PhotoLab. I'll go to my Downloads folder, and there's the photo. Now before I start editing it, I'm going to change this window size a little bit so you can see in the Finder that same Downloads folder. And as you can see now, there's just the raw photo. As soon as I start to work on this, for example, I'll go to my presets and apply the DxO style natural to it, you'll see that as the image changes, a metadata file appears in the Finder. And that file is a tiny 13 kilobytes. And that tiny text file is what contains all the editing instructions. So as I continue to edit this, that file will get updated. But as I create virtual copies, that file just gets a tiny bit bigger. Watch. I'll create a virtual copy by going to the Image menu, and choosing Create Virtual Copy. Command D is the keyboard shortcut. The file size just went up a little bit. It went from 13K to 26K. Now let's say I make some changes to this image. Maybe I want to check this one out in black and white. I want another version, so I'll hit Command D again to duplicate that, and we see this tiny file size went up a tiny bit more. I can continue to duplicate this, making as many versions of this as I want, and that file size increases proportionately, but it's still a tiny amount.